Well, hello, my sisters and brothers, my fellow Americans. You know who I be. I'm your sister T. Coffee tea, you can't forget about me. You know my life's motto. It does not matter if I know you or if you know me. But because we are Americans, because we are created by God as human beings, that is what makes me and you family. I hope this peace sign is shown and everybody can see it. I come in peace today. I pray my pitch, my tone, and my words said helps change us as Americans in America. Today, what happened as far as President Trump being shot in the ear lets us know that we have to do the right thing. We have to do the right thing for ourselves, for our country, and for our brothers and sisters who need a little aid here and there. I want something to be known about me, and only I can speak for me. I don't wish no harm in any shape, form, or fashion to anybody. I just don't. I wish you safety. I wish that the Lord has favor upon your life. I wish you choose to live a righteous lifestyle unto God and His Word. But that's you. You're not going to stop what I'm doing either way. So it don't matter if you do or don't. But because of what happened today, at first I wasn't going to say anything until tomorrow. But the Lord said, no, speak today. And I always do what the Lord tell me. And I do what the Lord say. Once again, I come in peace. It is known by many of my Facebook posts that I do not like Donald Trump. But it's not so much that I don't like my brother. I love my brothers and sisters, all of them. But I don't stand or condone maybe things that my brothers and sisters do. That's why it doesn't affect me, and I don't care one bit what you do and don't do, unless you do affect me. And because his position of running to be the chief, the commander of chief of this country, the president of the United States, that affects me personally. And today, after watching the shooting, many were interviewed about what had happened. The reporter asked, what did you expect before you got here and this occurred? And what do you now take away now that this has occurred? And a few women said, we gotta stop the hate, we gotta stop the violence. Why is this happening in our country? It's happening because you only got two people to choose out of. You got two brothers, Biden and Trump. You got one brother that's honest, he has integrity, he has character, and he's a law-abiding citizen. You don't know of him doing anything wrong to another person's body, especially a woman, like raping her. You don't know him to be fraudulent and crooked and liar, that he'll lie and trick and do all, he'll cheat to win. You don't know that to be Biden. Now we go to the other brother we got. We got Trump. Trump, on the other hand, has a track record of who he is. Oh, yes, he do. And didn't nobody do it but him. Now, his dad, they say, had a part in the way he was raised and the way his dad felt about black people or whatever you want to say. But let me tell you something. His dad is dead and gone. And I don't care if his dad was alive today. We, as Americans, we, the people, we hold the power. It is up to us to decipher which brother to go with, which brother is best for the country, which brother doesn't. We talking about violence, right? We talking about the uproar, right? We talking about the hatred, right? One stands for love, one stands for hate. One stands for violence. One over here, this one stands for peace. Biden stands for peace. And Trump stands for violence. Look, I'm not telling you nothing about this man that you don't already know. I'm not trying to convince you to feel the way I feel about this man. But what I am asking you to do is look in the mirror. Ask yourself some questions. Ask yourself some questions about the country you live in, which has something to do with the society you live in. If you have a granddaughter, or if you have a young daughter or young daughter that is your relative, or if you even care about women's rights, that should be between their doctor and them. Instead, he wants to track women from the time they're PG, that means pregnant, and if they go somewhere and have an abortion, he wants them in jail. Listen, please, 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 every American, please, get you a sheet of paper, and you do this. Let me help you. Please forgive me. One more time. Do this. Get you a sheet of paper. Write down all the pros and all the cons of each brother. And if the pros outweigh the cons, you have your decision on what you need to do. And vice versa, if you have the cons that's more than the pros, then you need to do that. We have a choice. We have the power. You can't do nothing after the fact. America will never be America again unless we stand up for it. And I know the truth hurts. Oh, yes, it does. I know the truth hurts to say to yourself or to say to your brother. You know, sometimes you don't want to tell people the truth, but we have to tell our brother Donald the truth. Donald, we love you, we like you, I love you, man, but you can't be no president, though, bro. You can't do that. That's like somebody coming into your life and they tell you, okay, you need them to do something for you or whatever, and they come and they tell you, let's say you're sick and you go to a doctor that's not licensed, but he tell you he a doctor. You know, you done got hurt in public, and this man is coming to aid, and he's saying he a doctor. Ain't got a bit more doctor experience than what you're supposed to have. Let's say Donald Trump has an airplane to get up into, and he tells you, my pilot is licensed for 25 years. Biden has an airplane, and he tells you his pilot been there for 50 years. He can tell you 25. He can tell you 1. But you can believe that Biden gonna tell you the truth. We know our brother Donald is just irresponsible. We know our brother Donald only cares about himself, so that over 1 million of our brothers and sisters died because we know our brother Donald wouldn't do right by us by telling us the truth about the pandemic. We know that our brother Donald right now is only fighting cases in court to not to go to jail. Is the only reason why he's running for presidency anyway. We know that our brother Donald wants to release the January 6th terrorists. They did domestic terrorists. They live here. They from America. But look what they did to our Congress, trying to kill our vice president at that time. That was his vice president that he chose. Let me calm down. That's not important. Let me stay focused. And my focus is, I got on today because I needed to ask you guys a question. I do not have a PhD in life. I don't know everything. So the Bible say, in all things get an understanding. I need some clarity right now. My question to you is, how can you stand for peace, stand for unity, but yet your actions are going towards negativity, lying and cheating, you have to make a choice. Your hands, after today, if your choice isn't for love, if your choice isn't for unity, if your choice isn't for one America, Bob Marley stood for one love. That's why I love Bob Marley so much. Not because of the ganja, although that's already automatic. But I'm saying I like Bob Marley because he stood for one love, one people. Bob Marley didn't care nothing about your skin color or nothing. And I don't either. I don't care about what you like and don't like, what you believe in, you don't. Hey, I want you to be free. Do you, because I'm a show, do me. I think I ain't? Picture me rolling like Tupac say. If you don't think I'm going to be about me, picture me rolling. Everything I do is for me and about me. I'm the only person I have to worry about in this world to take care of. So I make sure I do a good job at it. Because anything with my name on it, the Bible say do all things in your excellence. I do the best that I can. Then after that, I ain't got nothing to do. Brothers and sisters, Martin Luther King was one man. But there was a time in Martin Luther King's life that he had to make a decision. Was he going to do anything to change or to get changes made that would be for him, his generation to come, and for the human race as a whole? You got to stand for something, my brother, my sister. I ask you today, on this important day, that you seek your heart inside, that you seek down on the inside of who you are and what you want for America. This is not the game of life. This is not where you're on that board and you're making all them decisions and you get up from the game and hey, ain't no bearing to you, ain't nothing gonna happen to you behind it. This is real L-I-F-E. Real L-I-F-E. And let me tell you something else. Whether you choose to do nothing or not, it's still a choice. And let me tell you this too. Behind every, I don't care what nobody tell you, behind every action, there's a consequence. Now, whether it's a positive consequence or a negative consequence, that depends solely on oneself. If after today, you don't do all you can to elect your brother Biden to be the president of the United States for 4 more years, to finish the job for the middle class, from the bottom up to the top, instead of the top to the bottom, which never works when you go from the top. The changes that will be for us. Can you just imagine if this was voting and we just actually, if we just had Biden in there and all the things he's gonna do? Listen, everything Biden talks about sounds good to my ears, because what Trump talks about, I don't want no dealings with that one. With none of those actions. Project 2025, getting rid of every federal agency, and the way he did with the Supreme Court. I'm telling you guys, I am telling you, you talking about being in awe. You talking about being in awe, being dismayed. You talking about sitting back like, what in the world? When that Supreme Court came back with that ruling, and look at the judge in Florida and what she was doing. And I said to myself, I just don't believe that there's any other human being that was ever allowed to act the way he did in court, do the things he did against witnesses and judges. Nobody else would be able to do that. Nobody else. This man is only 3 years younger. 3. But I will take Biden on Biden's worst day, Biden's midday, Biden's good day. I will take Biden anyway than I would my brother Trump. And I would tell my brother Trump, just like I'm telling you, and maybe you can go tell him or talk to somebody else and tell them, I love you, Donald. You good. You good folks. Hang out, do whatever we're going to do. Chill out, dinner, whatever it is. But you just don't have the character and integrity that it takes to be the president of this United States of America. The truth gonna hurt. And the truth may hurt you too. But hopefully the truth will put some fire up under you. And hopefully now you'll realize I must support my honest brother, my righteous brother, my brother that's for peace, my brother that's for unity, versus my other brother, because he stands for the opposite and more. That would hurt not only you, but it's going to hurt your children, your grandchildren, and every generation to come. And it won't be nothing we can do about it, because we didn't do what we were supposed to do this time. Time is winding up. So you can't be flipping floppy, you can't be wavy. You got to be stern. You got to stand up. Like Bob Marley say, stand up and fight for your rights. I pray with all my being that this does not be a continuation. I hope that don't nobody try to retaliate. I hope don't nobody else get hurt. I pray for the people that, the one shooter that died, the family members from, they said that was in a stand next to the shooter. I pray for those people. Evil is evil. I don't stand for nothing but peace and love. You feel me? That's all I stand for. If you at the Love House, by the way, if you didn't know. And if it ain't over in here, up in here, if you over here, you gotta be a lover, not a fighter. You gotta be. Because if you was a fighter, this show wouldn't work for you. It's too lovable. Oh, yes it is. That's all I got to give to you is love, love, love. All I can give you is love. That's all I have for you. I ain't got nothing bad to say about you. I ain't got no judgment against you. I don't. I ain't got no bad ill feelings against you. Not me. Not me. I don't have time. I got things to do and people to see and places to be. That's the reality. I ain't got no time for no drama. Got no time for no games. Ain't got no time for no BS and no mess. Not up in my life. It won't work. It would go against who I am. It would go against what I stand for. It would go against my surroundings. One day I'll do a video with my beach wall and take you in there with the lights. I'm gonna do you up. I'll let you have a tour of how it is at the Love House. Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll let you know how this house is decorated up in here. Because if it ain't about love, if it ain't positive, it ain't up in here. No, it ain't. Not up in here. In this house. Shh, please. Y'all must just really don't know then. But you better believe me. You can always check it out. But please, please, my sister and my brother, get you a pros and cons sheet. And be honest with your pros and your cons of each brother. And whichever side outweigh it, if you're honest, our brother Donald is going to have more cons than our brother Biden, who has more pros. I don't wish nobody in America no harm. And I don't wish no ill vibe. I mean, I wish everybody just peace. You know, I just want us to really, really think about America. America is our life. It's our society and how it's ran, how we work, how we eat, it is our life. It's our livelihood. What type of life we will live. I love you, my brother. I love you, my sister. But God loves us more. And God loved us so much that he told us, warning before destruction. He told us to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. He said, do unto others how you would have them to do unto you. When you start reciting the scriptures of what God stood for, that'll help you too if you have a relationship with him. So I end today wishing Donald Trump the best as far as his health. The parents or the family members of anybody that has died. But I also say to you, Donald, I don't wish you no ill. I don't wish you no harm. But being the President of the United States of America is not your job. It does not need to be your job. You're not qualified, my brother, and it's okay. Many are not qualified. Many can't do some things they want to do because they're not qualified. Some things, Donald, take qualifications. Some things take prerequisites. Some things take requirements. And Donald, out of you and Biden, I'm going with Biden 100%. Ain't nobody gonna make me change it. Like Biden said, God would have to come down here and take his life. And if that don't happen, I'm riding with Biden. And I pray for Biden every single day that don't nothing happen to him and his wife and their family, as well as our vice president. Nothing happens to her family. They're traveling around this country from city to state to city to state to reach as many people as they can for peace, for love, and for unity. So, if you would just think about it don't hurt to think about it. It don't hurt to do some analyzation. It don't. But what would hurt is if majority of Americans do not vote for Biden. That would hurt. It would hurt for a long time. So I end today pleading with you to join forces with me to do what's righteous, to do what is the best thing for our country. We have a job to do. We might as well get ready for it. Because the day is going to come when that decision is going to have to be made. Until the next tea time, on the same tea channel, I pray that God bless you and your family members and keep you safe. I pray for my president, Biden, and his family. I pray for my vice president and her family. And I pray that all my fellow sisters and brothers will sit down and analyze their life and ask yourself some real deep questions about what you want for your life and what you want for the future of your country. And then I ask you to make a decision. I ask you to spread the word. of peace, love, and unity in our country, the United States of America. Be safe and God bless.